less, y'all know the rest, yo. Yeah. 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 My niggas lit, we gon' talk about it. Drop me a potty, put chalk around it. Back to that money, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, let's talk about it. Pull up in the I'm double parking. Step in the spot, you know who ballin'. Too many lefts, you know about the gang. I stay with the triple, no run up on me. You know how I'm moving, you know how.
This is Life After Bars. I'm your host, Power. My co-host, SP the Dawn, One Route Entertainment.
Checking in.
Today's a special show coming from East New York, Brooklyn's own, the homie Knick Guns. What it do? Right now,
man, Knick Guns.
Yeah,
we keep it, man. You heard? We keep it.
Yeah, before we dive into the questions and whatnot, tell the people who you be and what you doing.
My name is Knick Guns, you know what I'm saying? I'm an artist. I'm the CEO of a clothing line, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing my own music, I'm independent outside. And I'm out here just moving and grooving, staying out the way, you heard?
Alright. Homie, just to get right into it.
Yeah, let's get to it.
How was your upbringing living in East New York?
My upbringing was pretty thorough, pretty rough, you know what I'm saying? I grew up right here, you know what I'm saying? 868 Belmont. You know what I'm saying? It's my old crib I grew up in, you know what I'm saying? If you're from East New York, you know about this crib, you know what I'm saying? You know exactly about this fucking house right here, you know what I'm saying? In the 80s, the 90s, anybody you relevant any kind of way around this motherfucker, you know this crib, you know what I'm saying? You know who was in this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? My grandfather owned this property, you know what I'm saying? He owned that, which is a house now, which was our backyard. He owned this property. He was a rich nigga. You know what I'm saying? But my mom was poor. You know how that shit go. So I was the product of the poor mother in the terms of, you know what I'm saying? She was getting high or whatever. So you know where I was at. I was outside. You heard? I didn't want to be inside because there was a lot of shit going on inside. So I used to be outside. You know what I mean? So I grew up out here in these streets.
All right, so how was life for you? You know what I'm saying? Family life and whatnot. What led you to being incarcerated?
Well, what led me to being incarcerated, like I said, you know what I'm saying, life in here was rough, you feel what I'm saying? My mom's, pretty much after my pops and mom split up and shit, which was about 85, life began to change, you know what I'm saying? We moved to California, 85 Crenshaw District, and that shit there.
Damn, you've been in every goddamn
word. Yeah, hell yeah, man. I lived in Crenshaw, California, you see what I'm saying, LA. I lived there, that shit didn't work out, you know what I'm saying? My pops was a flashy nigga, so he wore a lot of red. From Brooklyn. I don't know nothing about no fucking Bloods and Crips. So from there, he went to Detroit, and we came back here, because I'm originally born on Vermont between Hegelman and Linden. This was always my grandparents' place. So when I came back from Cali, I moved here. And that's when my life changed, you know what I'm saying? Because I became a third child in a single parent home, you know what I'm saying? So you could imagine a mother in the 80s raising 3 kids, you getting high. Shit got rough, you know what I'm saying? I was the youngest, I had 2 older sisters.
How did that affect you? The moms getting high and whatnot, and you in the hood. How did people treat you? You know what I'm saying? How did dudes look at you and whatnot?
Well, back then, crack was taboo. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those things like everybody didn't recognize like crackheads, so it was kind of like, that was the laughing stock, like, oh shit, your mom's is getting high, like niggas is laughing at you, like, cause it was a new thing, you know what I'm saying? So, at first as a kid, you really don't recognize what's going on, you know what I'm saying? Cause you just growing up in this life, so you thinking like this is normal shit, you know what I'm saying? But what I realized with me, a lot of things that happened with me in this house, you know what I'm saying, is that I seen a lot of people come here from the neighborhood. I saw a lot of people come here from the neighborhood that I would see in the daytime. I would see them at night, and they was a part of my destruction in the sense of like they fucked up my living home because they was coming in my house getting high. So it disturbed my upbringing. So in return, they knew I knew their secrets. You know what I'm saying? So when I came outside, you know, they would tell their family members like, yo, don't fuck with him. Yo, stay away from that kid, he bad, this, that, and the third. So I got shunned a lot because it was like they didn't want me to tell. Oh, I seen your mom's in my house getting high last night, nigga. I seen your father everybody came here and got high. You know what I'm saying? So for me, in the streets, I kind of got blackballed down here in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of fights and stuff.
I mean, yeah, you know, that's normal kid shit in East New York. You better learn how to fight.
Yeah. I want to know what guns had to do to survive out here.
Yo, you know what's crazy, right? Like, you know, it's like, imagine, right? Like the 80s, B, right? Like you come outside, it's empty right now, you know what I'm saying? But imagine you come outside, son, and you see a million motherfuckers out here. All this was all Spanish, none but Spanish motherfuckers down here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Goldo, rest in peace. Goldo, Eddie, Ed, Mickey, and them. They had this whole shit sold up. Atkins and Picking. You go around the corner, you go to Atkins right here, bro, it was a million Spanish niggas. If you come on the block, you go to the block, you like, it's like being in Amsterdam. All you hear is 100 niggas saying, yo, I got this, I got this, I got this, I got this, I got this. Yo, I got this. They yelling out dope stamp shit like that. So, you know, as a kid, you know, growing up, like I said, it's a part of your environment, but you learn to adapt. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is where I'm from. So it's like, the best thing I could always say is that even the older niggas that was around, like this building right here, you turn around that building, that corner building right there. So like, T Black had that building. You know what I'm saying? T Black had that building. Master Killer from Wu-Tang had that building. You know what I'm saying? They ran that building. They went to war for that shit. You know what I'm saying? But niggas like Master Killer, T Black, you know what I'm saying? They never misled a young nigga. They saw us outside. They see me outside. They might send me to the store.
So would you say that their influence and whatnot is what led you to going?
Well, I won't say they influenced me. This was going on in our environment. The only influence they gave me was to be a stand-up nigga because they never misled me.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? That's their influence because this was a part of the game. We in the game, we in the street. So the only thing that I really got from them that was major was the fact that at that age, I was vulnerable. They could have made me do anything. But they never, you know what I'm saying? They never did. They always stood tall with me. Here, little nigga, come over here. Boom, they knew my situation. And you gotta think back at that time, everybody was getting 50, 60,000 a day. That's why the murder rate was so high. And a lot of niggas was getting used. So it took a real nigga not to use me and say, hey, shorty, go do this, do that. Because it was a bunch of little niggas that wanted to get money and was getting used and was working. I never worked for a nigga. I never sold drugs for nobody. You know what I'm saying? I never sold drugs for nobody. Nobody ever played me in that position. You know what I'm saying? So,
all right, let him play with it.
You know what I mean? That was my thing. You feel what I'm saying? So when it come down to that, like I just think, you know, my thing was I was hurt because I didn't have shit.
So what led up to your incarceration?
I ain't have shit. I had a complex. You know what I'm saying? My mom was getting high. Feel what I'm saying? So that shit fucked up my Christmas. That shit fucked up my birthdays. That shit fucked up my Easters. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my grandmother in Cypress Projects, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to her.
You know what I mean? That was my refuge. Like, and that's how crazy it is, because when you think about it, right? What nigga you know run to the project as a refuge? And if you know anything about Cypress, niggas not going to Cypress. But that was my safe place. You know what I'm saying? That's where I went and got food at. That's where I went and got sleep at. That's where I whatever. So I had a chip on my shoulder. So growing up as a kid, I was robbing niggas. At 11, 12, I'm booking you. Oh, you sell crack? Oh, okay. Oh, that's what you do. I'm robbing you because crack fucked my life up.
So how old was you when you first went inside?
Well, I caught my first charge, I was like 12, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I definitely see them DFI.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I went to jail, I had like 4 robberies or 12, you know what I'm saying? I got locked up, I think I was like 13. I did my bid in Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? I was all the way in Buffalo and shit. I had got like, I forgot what kind of time they gave me, but what happened was the judge was gonna put me away and shit because he was gonna put me away till I was 21 because I ain't have nobody coming to court for me. So at this time, my pops just got out of jail in Detroit, so I called the nigga from I think Spofford. I was in Spofford in the Bronx. I called the nigga and I'm like, yo, what's up? I'm in jail or whatever. And he started flying out from Detroit. So the judge was like, oh shit, you know, we finally got somebody that's consistent in his life. So my pops, you know, begged the nigga like, yo man, let my son go or whatever. He like, look, he did too many crimes. I can't just let him go. He gotta do some time. but he can't come back to New York. And that's when they barred me from New York. So I did my time in Buffalo. They barred me. Them niggas escorted me all the way to Detroit. Like, you cannot come back out here. You know what I'm saying? And I was a minor, you know what I mean? So, and that's when my life began in Detroit.
Yeah, so I was Detroit. Matter of fact, let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
How was your relationship with your father? Because you was young, growing up, and going through what you was going through, and he wasn't around, and now y'all connected after coming out of it.
Well, see, in the beginning, life was good because I had my parents. I had both of my parents, and despite of whatever they was doing, I still had my parents. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know life no different from then until we went to California and they split up. And that's when my life became fucked up. Because during that 6-year span, when they split up, is when I was here with my moms and my 2 sisters. And I moved here. So now all of this shit is new to me. I'm outside. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, just it's certain things that a motherfucker can't teach you. It was just in me. I had to adapt. I had to figure this shit out. I was from the other side of East New York, grandma between Hegum and Linden. So imagine coming from California and now you right here and your pop's not here to hold you down. Nobody here. Shout out to all the big homies that was around here at the time. You had Wilfred, you had French, you had Lenny and Danny. You had Garnett, you had certain niggas that was outside at that time, you know what I mean? And even the big homies, I just took a picture with 2 of them like last week, 2 weeks ago. They never misled me though. That's the thing that worked for me, you know what I'm saying? Because these niggas could have said, yo, do this or do that. They never misled me. They always pulled my coat like, yeah, little nigga, they saw something in me that I ain't seen. You see what I'm saying?
So after doing DFY, going to Detroit, came back to New York.
Came back to New York.
And went to prison again.
Right.
What was that about?
I think, to be honest with you, right, because like life changed for me in Detroit, you know what I'm saying? When you don't have nobody to teach you, my life changed in Detroit, you know what I'm saying? Actually, because mind you, when I went to jail out here, I dropped out of school in the 7th grade, you know what I'm saying? So when I went to juvenile prison and shit, and then I'll go to Detroit, my pops actually made me get my shit together, you know what I mean? So now I'm in high school. The niggas got me in etiquette class, learning how to eat with knives and forks and about communication, just certain shit like that. But being that I came from here, I didn't understand how to process that shit. So I'm out there fucking with my head like, this shit corny, B. Like, nah, son, you know what I mean? I'm calling the block back then. That's when it was payphones. I'm calling the Ave. Yo, what's up, niggas in the Ave 2-4? We in the 2-4 all day. You know what I mean? I'm missing my niggas, you know what I'm saying? But on the flip side, I'm out of town. I'm in college. I'm going to school. I'm doing other shit. But it's not registering to me like, nigga, you doing something with your life. Because what I learned here is embedded in me now. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking with my mind. So when I do come back, you know what I'm saying? I come back and man, I went ape shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's just the one thing I can say is this, and this is how I'm gonna say it, right? It might not sound like nothing, but it meant everything to me. See, like in Detroit, right? I was in high school with my man, so my man Big Coop, shout out to Big Coop, man. I was like my fucking bodyguard and shit, you know what I'm saying? We played football together and shit. He reminded me of Big Stacy from Minister Society. So Big Coop had introduced me to one of his big homies, right? We had a situation, you know what I'm saying? And I told Big Coop. I told Big Coop about it, and Big Coop was like, yo, man, nah, I gotta tell her, bro. And I was like, nah, why you gonna do that? Like, I gotta tell her, bro, you my man, this my man, I gotta tell her, bro. And basically, he told son, you know what I'm saying, about the situation. And lo and behold, me and Duke even got more cooler after the situation. So from that point on, that's when I learned what loyalty was. That was my first experience with real loyalty. No matter if he felt like I was gonna be bothered or his man was gonna be bothered, he was loyal to me and he was loyal to him. And he broke it down. So coming back to Detroit, coming back from Detroit to New York, that's what I was expecting from niggas.
Loyalty.
Loyalty.
There was no loyalty.
So when I got out here and things wasn't the same, and everybody used to be here. When I came home, everybody used to be here. Nigga, you might have 20 niggas right here. You know what I'm saying? So out of them 20 niggas, nigga, who you see me with? On a daily basis now, you know what I'm saying? But back then, it'd be 20, 30 niggas here. So, you know, you coming up and you on the streets and I ain't play about me and I ain't play about my niggas. So I got into a lot of shit. I'm shooting niggas. I'm robbing niggas. I'm doing all type of shit. There's weed spots right here. Basically, my nigga Kel, right, he working for these niggas right here in the weed spot, and they ain't want to pay him. But Kel was cool. You know, you got certain niggas out your team that he don't do this, he don't do, like, I don't expect everybody to, I'm the banger. I put in the work. He's the cool nigga. He's the funny nigga. He's this. But when you play with one of them niggas that I know ain't like that, I'm gonna step up. So them niggas playing with Kel money. You know what I mean? I took Kelly to Detroit. Come back, I'm shutting that shit down. We shut that shit down. Booked everything. I booked every spot up and down that street. Now I'm grown, so it ain't really affect me. I'm just happy to be back in New York. I was like at the end of the day, you gotta think back then I was in Detroit. This is pre-internet, so like everybody in every region was who they were, and they was true to themselves. So for me, I was on the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I'm in Detroit. I'm listening to Snoop. I'm listening to Sebo. I'm listening to fucking E40. I'm listening to all MC8, MC Ren. Like this is not. So I'm happy to be the fuck back home. Like nigga, I'm going crazy. I'm back in the town. Like you feel what I'm saying? And shit was just happening rapidly. You know what I'm saying? And before you know it, son, it was like a nigga was a whole monster again. So all that like college shit, all that shit went out the window. So I was here for 6 months and had 4 open cases. Wow. Within 6 months. You know what I'm saying? Within 6 months of me coming back from Detroit, I have 4 open cases, all violent charges, you know what I'm saying? But by the grace of God, I beat 3 of them shits. And my first charge was a possession and a kidnapping charge, you know what I'm saying? And I got convicted of a possession and a kidnapping charge. And that's when shit got fucked up in my first felony. You know what I'm saying?
That's
different type of charge.
Different time, you know what I'm saying?
So let's fast forward a little bit.
Yeah.
You were in jail.
Yeah.
What was going through your mind? How was that about? How was that experience?
What happened was on the first shit, I didn't get no time for that. You know what I mean? Because I was the first time offender. You know, the judge knew I was in college. Now a year or 2 later, I come home. I went on a run for. I did get time. I'm lying. I copped out to 60 days, but I went on a run and shit. And then I got knocked for some other shit. You know what I mean? And what's going through my mind is like, damn, how you fuck your life up, little homie? You know what I'm saying? Like, how you get here? You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you was just over there chilling, and now you out here looking crazy. And you know the first experience, something like going on an island, being on Rikers Island, like, that shit ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? Somehow you learn how to cope with it, but in the beginning, man, that shit is like a nightmare, man. You know what I mean? Nights I woke up, like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? In a dream, thinking I'm home. You know what I'm saying? Wake up, you ain't home. You in that fucking cell at HDM somewhere, cry like a motherfucker. Like, oh, shit is real. You know what I'm saying? You facing 50. You know what I'm saying? Because my last 2 cases, I was facing 50. After the gun charge, I caught 2 attempts. You know what I'm saying? And then I was facing 50. That's when shit got real. You know what I'm saying? That's when it got funky. Because you know what happened, and this for all the young niggas. You know what happens is you catch little cases, you think shit sweets, man. You know what I mean? They let you go, they slap you on the wrist and let you go. But when they catch you for that one, you know what I mean, nigga, they gonna sit you down. There ain't no more RRs, they gonna hold you. That's when it get real. You know what I'm saying?
So you took that ride on that bus?
Yeah, I took that ride on that bus, son.
Man, what was that like?
That ride on that bus, cause that ride on that bus is always like, damn, cause you never know what's gonna happen next. I don't care how tough you is, I don't care how real you is, nigga. When you in that shackle and you pulling up to that next spot, you always got that thing in your stomach like, yeah, this shit could get crazy. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck who you is. When you pulling up to that next spot, nigga, and you got them shackles on, you know what I'm saying? And you sitting on that bus, nigga, you like, damn, we pulling up over here? I heard you. And you know the drill, real niggas know the drill, you know what I'm saying? As soon as I get to the jail, next day, I'm not even unpacking. Next day, I'm in the yard. What's up? Who here? What's going on? I be giving it up, you know what I'm saying? That's how that shit work, you feel me?
Why you had to be like that?
I mean, because when you live a certain life, you can't never get lax. You know what I'm saying? I did a lot of things. I did a lot of things coming up, you know what I mean? Things out here, things in prison, you know what I'm saying? So you can't never let your guard down. You can't just pull up somewhere and just unpack like, hey, I'm here, this is my new spot. Yeah. Like, nah, fuck that. You know what I mean? You come in this spot, nigga, you know, you gotta do your due diligence. I'm not unpacking shit. until I see what the fuck is going on around here. Who in the building? What's going on? Do I gotta turn this shit up and get up out of here, or we Gucci? You know what I'm saying? But that's just basic procedures. You know what I'm saying?
So while you was up north doing your bid and whatnot, did you have any kids, wifey? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I had my first son and shit. You know what I'm saying? At the time, I had my first son and shit, and that was hard because he was young and shit. He was like 1, 2 years old when I went to jail, so it was tough on me. I was my little nigga. I was missing my little nigga. You know what I mean? Or yeah, that was tough.
So now you home after doing how much time you did?
The first one I did 5.
The second one?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, the first one was a 5 to 10, and the second one I did a 1.5 to 3.
That was your last one.
That was my last one, and will be my last one.
I think that's around the time I linked up with Guns.
Yeah,
that's around the time
yeah.
I met him when he was about to go in and do that little 1-2 streets.
Yeah, the 1.5 to 3 shit. Yeah.
At what point though did you link up with Murder and GMG and start?
Well, that shit been all my life. You
All
know
your
what I'm
life?
saying? Yeah, that's all my life. Like so.
So you knew him when you was out here putting in pain and all that.
Yeah, see, like back then, right? So like I always been going back and forth to Cyprus. My grandma's lived there, so I always from here to Cyprus, here to Cyprus, here to Cyprus. So like GMG is like my niggas like we grew up together. We from the sandbox. You feel what I'm saying? So like as far as the rap is concerned, when I was in jail on my first bid, I started rapping. I started doing the rapping shit. You know what I'm saying? And when I came home, Murder, GMG and all them, they was rapping. So it was that's the only, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we gonna connect. Like, I'm from the hood or whatever the case may be. All my niggas is rapping now. Yeah. But I started rapping in jail, you know what I'm saying? Battling niggas, shout out to Hell Rel. Me and Hell Rel, we battled up north. But that was the thing, you know what I'm saying? I perfected that shit in jail. I used to come to the jail, they be like, yo, you gotta see the homie Gotti, you feel me? And then we'd be in the yard and we sparring. I'm sparring with every nigga that rap, you know what I'm saying? But then when I came home, they was rapping. They started getting into it, because at the time, I think they had, when I came, right after I came home, they had just fucked with Rough Riders right before that. So they was already in the move and grooving of that shit. So it was just like, oh, all right, cool, the team rapping. I'm over here with it too, but I'm gonna still do what I do. But that's the team, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna always be clutch and be around the team, but I'm gonna always do what I do too.
So when you came home and you was doing all that, so you was out the street? You was out the street?
My first time home, now I wasn't really out the street. I was lost, you know what I'm saying? Like I was lost out here, to be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? Because you gotta go back to the story. Like I really, like as much as I'm from East New York, but as a teen and at the time where it really matters in your life, I grew up in Detroit as a teenager, you know what I'm saying? So like all the essentials that you learn and the things, it's like I was lost out here because I only was out here I only really was out here for like 2 years after coming from Detroit, and I caught my bed, so I really didn't get a chance to learn shit in terms of like survival. I mean, I survived, but you gotta understand on a mature level, you know what I'm saying? So going to jail, I wasn't even trying to come back to the city, but 3 weeks before my release date, they dubbed me. I was trying to move to Syracuse with my brother, and they dubbed my shit, like, oh, you can't go there. So I'm like, fuck it, send me to Bellevue. I ain't staying in jail no extra days, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, send me to Bellevue, and that's it. So I ended up going to my sister's crib, so I was figuring things out this whole time. Like, the plan that I had, they dubbed it. So now I'm coming out, and I'm out here, and I'm just figuring shit out, bro. I was like any other young nigga, you know what I'm saying, lost, trying to figure it out, you know what I mean? So during that time, you know, it's like I did do the rap shit, but I couldn't focus because it was just, you know, at the end of the day, you're not sure of a lot of things. Like even at that age, you know what I'm saying, even after doing my first bit, I still was dealing with pride and, you know what I'm saying, worried about what a nigga gonna think if he see me working, or if a nigga see me doing the right thing, how a nigga gonna move. And I don't give a fuck about that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, but at that point, I was still lost in the sense of finding me and being comfortable with who I gotta be for me and my kid at the time. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how it led me back up to getting back, not and going back to jail again. You know what I'm saying? Not just really being true to myself.
What happened day in life that made you say, yo, listen, this is what I'm gonna do and this is what I'm not gonna do? What was it? What was that transformation like?
Because I'm better than that, nigga. I'm better than being locked in somebody's cage.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm better than that, nigga. I'm somebody, like I'm talented, you know what I'm saying? I take care of my family, you know what I'm saying? I take care of my niggas around me, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, I'm valuable, you feel what I'm saying? I'm worth something, so it's like, why the fuck would I keep putting myself in a position to go back in jail, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, I did a lot of things for people that won't do shit for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been in jail, niggas ain't there, they ain't holding me down, bitches ain't there, they ain't holding me down, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I bend over backwards for people, so then you gotta start understanding, like, you gotta do things for you and not for everybody else, and that's where pride kick in at, because your pride is only what you worried about how people think about you. So now, that's why I don't deal with pride, and I deal with what I gotta do for me and my kids and my family. If you ain't got nothing else to say that's gonna stop me from doing the right thing to do what I gotta do for them, your opinion don't matter. You understand what I'm saying?
That's right.
I don't give a fuck.
That's right.
My second bid, I came home.
That's right.
I came home after the second one. Yeah, nigga. Gotta understand, nigga, I'm in Bear Hill, nigga. I see my niggas on BET. I see French. These are all the niggas that I've been in the game with. These niggas on BET, shaking their ass. They chilling. My niggas up there, murder up there. You motherfucking right, I'm about to come home and do what I gotta do. So yeah, when I came home, I was taking the train. Yeah, I used the jail program. I did CEO program. I worked for $40 a day. Yeah, I went and studied.
Society and
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah,
that.
I did all the shit that the young
that shit.
niggas used to laugh at. You know what I'm saying? Cause see, everybody get this jail shit confused. Yeah, it's tools in place to help you if you want the help. Niggas just think that it's there and then it's gotta work. No. It's there, but you gotta work.
You gotta work it.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta work it. So when I came home the second time, I worked it. You dig what I'm coming from? I did every free class. You know what I'm saying? Scaffolding, 30 OSHA. You dig where I'm coming from? Like I said, I worked for $40 a day. You know what I'm saying? I took the train, I took the bus, nigga. You dig where I'm coming from? I got training for construction. I got my journeyman. I did all that shit through the system, son. So a nigga can't tell me nothing.
That's right.
I bought a car off that shit,
That's
brand
right.
new,
That's right.
with the
That's
paperwork.
right.
A nigga
That's
can't
right.
tell me it can't happen.
Nah, that's
it's,
right.
it's all about what you want to do and how you perceive the situation. You understand what I'm saying? So I did all of that through parole. Through parole. And I got on parole early. It's up what you want to do. So now, that's why I am the way I am, nigga. I know what I'm worth. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not worried about what nobody can tell me. If you're not feeding me, helping me feed my kids, your opinion truthfully don't matter to me, son.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And more so because I've been out here walking around and niggas ain't help. When I was a kid, when I was older, it didn't matter. I still didn't get the proper help. So why the fuck do I care about what a nigga say about me? I know where I came from, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So yeah, that changed my narrative. That changed my perspective on a lot of things. You know what I'm saying?
Where's guns at right now in life?
Man, right now I'm in a great space, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, man. I be feeling like I'm having sent, man. I just went through a situation over the summer.
I know you did. I called you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You know, I get the phone call. I called you.
Yeah.
You my nigga, my nigga.
Yeah,
It been about a decade. You my nigga.
Yeah, you know that. You my nigga too.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Blessed. He's here.
I be here. I'm working out. I'm losing weight. I'm in the best shape of my life right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing what I like to do. I'm blessed, man, and I can't complain. I will never complain. You know what I'm saying? And in the Bible it says to complain is a sin.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I never complain, man. I'm happy where I'm at. You know, there's a lot of people that ain't where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that's not even here no more. So it's like, I'm good, man. I'm just happy to be here, son. And I'm gonna keep working. I got another album coming out this month. You know what I'm saying?
Why we ain't got a 16? Why? Wait, yo. Hey, yo. Why the fuck we ain't got a 16? I know we got records, but this shit we got going on is different. I need a 16. Matter of fact, I need a session tonight.
Alright, let's go. Let's get
Somebody call Zoe. Let's get over it.
Zoe just got.
So let's get
Call him.
Let's get 4 hours. Let's go over there tonight. Call him. Let's get 4 hours. We need this right now. Vito, you in a different space.
Yeah.
We need this right now.
Yeah, don't just call me. We gonna call Joe.
Yeah, as soon as we done, we gonna set this up. Let's go to work tonight.
Because he wanna go right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Too many lefts, y'all know the rest, yo. Yeah. My niggas lit, we gon' talk about it. Drop me a body, put chalk around it. Bags of that money, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, let's talk about it. Pull up in farmers, I'm double parking. Step in the spot, you know who ballin'. Too many lefts, you know about the gang. I stay with the triple, no run up on me. You know how I'm moving, you know how